the fact that you still are watching,
Tapes, yeah.
watching tapes. What are you in? You're like 38th year now. What are you?
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow.
20.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's 20 years in WWE, but I've been doing wrestling for like 23, 24 years, something like that.
Dang.
So yeah,
Believe it or not, I did do indies for like 3 years.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see you as an indie guy.
Wow.
Could you?
What is
Yeah.
that supposed to mean?
Huh?
I mean,
What?
I'm just asking. What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, you were told early
when I was 21, I started at UPW Ultra Pro Wrestling. I won my first challenge off the real world, and the money I won, I invested in wrestling school. Paid $2,500 to start wrestling school at UPW, and then I did acting classes, improv classes, got a nutritionist. I basically paid my rent. I used all the money for that just to invest in this. And then, WWE didn't want any part of it because I was on the real world. And back then, when you're on a reality show,
Backlash.
nobody wanted you.
Right.
This was before Tough Enough, before all those shows. It was just Real World, Survivor, and I think Big Brother maybe. And so we were like the redheaded stepchild. We were the no talent hacks that were on television just because we lived our lives in front of a camera. We didn't really have talent. So I said, okay. So then I went to, did the challenge, won that, and I started wrestling. And like college, I was in college. I was in Miami of Ohio. I was doing pretty well, business classes. And I told my dad, I was like, yeah, I'm going to move to LA and I'm going to become a wrestler. I was like, excuse me? What? Yeah, I'm going to leave Cleveland, my home that I've been living in. I'm going to leave Miami of Ohio and I'm going to go to California and I'm going to become a wrestler. And it was not a good and like positive, like, you can do it, I believe in you. It was like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
That's dumb. What, are you kidding me? You could be the king of my dad told me I could be the king of Cleveland. And I was like, yeah, he told me I could be, Mike, don't you get it, Mike? You could be the king of Cleveland. Everyone knows who you are. You're off the real world. Biggest show on cable television, on MTV. Every time we walk out, people are knowing exactly who you are. Be the king of Cleveland. And I was like, I don't want to be the king of Cleveland. I want to venture out. I want to try to do this. And so I went to UPW, and I will never forget this ring. The spring underneath would always go crooked. And so there would no give. So we'd always have to go underneath and just kick it.
Nice.
And kick the thing so it would do it. And then I learned from a ton of people actually stopped by there. Ballard Brothers, Tom Howard, Samoa Joe, Hardcore Kid, Frankie Kazarian, all came there. DDP, Diamond Dallas Page came there. I got to tag with him once at a Galaxy show in front of like 500 people. But I actually did some stuff for IZW in Arizona, and I would perform for like at festivals, or like, there'd be like, not festivals, but like what is it? What do they have? Carnivals.
Mm-hmm.
Carnival? There was like 200 people there, most drunk, and not really caring what we're doing or whatever. But it was learning.
Yeah.
It was learning the art of professional wrestling until Tough Enough came along, and I wanted to try out. They wouldn't let me because I was on MTV, and Tough Enough was on MTV. So they were like, you can't be on 2 MTV shows. I was like, but I'm on The Challenge and Real World. Like, yeah, but those are sister shows. This is not part of that. It's like, all right, fine, I'll just keep doing it the right way. And so I went on Tough Enough, finally when it went to the CW, and it was part of SmackDown's actual show. And so once I got into that, I was like, oh man. But before that, before trying out, I called Simon Dean. Do you remember Simon Dean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I called him because he was part of UPW, and I said, hey, I want respect in the business. Like, and I know if I go on Tough Enough, I won't get any respect. Like, I didn't do it the right way. And he goes, it's for $1 million. Like, it's for $1 million WWE contract. You know how many opportunities do you think you're going to get to get into? This is your opportunity. This is your time. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna do it. Because I tried to go to Japan. They wouldn't take me. Like, every time I tried going to 0-1, they would come in and we would wrestle. We'd do a match. I think my match would go great. It wasn't, but I thought at the time I was really special, And so, But yeah, Japan would never take me. So I was like, I mean, this is the opportunity. So tried out and then gave it full forth and didn't win, but got a contract to go to developmental.
I don't think there's a better story, like literally, like a more beautiful story.
Oh, come on. Your story's great, isn't it?
No, but I mean, everything you did from real world to now, like you literally did everything to get here. Like everything you, even on the show, you were cutting promos, right? Like that, isn't that where Ms. TV actually started?
Yeah, well, Ms. TV was Paul Heyman.
Okay.
That was at OVW.
But you were cutting
promos yes,
of
all
Ms.
day.
all day long on Real World.
The weird part with Real World was there was never like, my friends never called me Ms. like in high school.
Right.
It was always Mike.
Right.
You know, and so when I got onto the Real World, I just got uncomfortable. I was in a new place, New York, melting pot. Like I was with 7 strangers I never met before, and no one liked me because I'm loud. Like, believe it or not.
What?
Believe it or not, I'm loud. I'm obnoxious.
Up. Really?
And yeah.
No.
Believe it or not, yeah. People, when I first meet people don't like me.
Come on.
Shocking. I know.
Hey, but the right one did.
Yeah,
Maurice
exactly.
did.
Exactly. So
did
I'm not
somebody
even sure if she liked me in the beginning.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I aggravated her the first time she came on Diva Search. She started cutting a promo in English, but she couldn't speak it.
I remember.
And so I said, can you just not give us a cookie cutter answer? And I didn't know that she practiced this speech for like days. Like she was like practicing in English days. And I just went out there and she started cutting it like, I'm going to give 110. Can you save us the cookie cutter answer and just give us a real answer? And she didn't speak English. So that was our first interaction, and you can see it on the Diva Search. Yeah, it was fun, but man,
you had a little digging to do, right? To get
a
out
little
of that.
digging, yeah. But then the next one, I said, "Hey, just cut a promo in French," and I don't know what she said,
but it worked.
It worked. Oh my God, it was the sexiest thing. I believed everything. She was very mad.
Yeah.
Whatever she said, she was very angry with me.
But you were good with it. You loved it.
I was very good with it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I think you were telling me, did someone actually tell you that you're never going to make it in this business?
I think everyone told me I was never going to make it in this business.
Were you not the one that told him he was?
You could have been. You could have been the person.
Hey, come on.
I don't know if you actually told me verbatim that I was never going to make it in this business.
Never would I do that.
No, I don't think you.
No.
You actually didn't. You were actually very. You know what's weird? A lot of people get a lot of like JBL gets a lot of flack for like bullying and like was an asshole or whatever. I'm not sure if we're allowed to swear, but he gets a lot of that. It wasn't really him. He was the person that would take me aside and go, "Hey kid, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
You know what? Keep doing this, do this, and this, but keep it up." You know, you would be like, we would have to have 100 shots of Jack. But, you know, we would literally like sit there and you would educate me and I would just sit there and be like, Like it was more the people around that weren't in the spots.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it was the people that that weren't solidified, that were like trying to be like, hey, watch me get this Real World kid, right? I'm going to really stiff him tonight. Watch this, you know, that kind of stuff. So, but you guys were like, if anything, it would push me more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I still remember to this day our first match. I remember seeing your entrance. I remember I remember you throwing me through a table. And me thinking, please get up, because your move, you know, last ride, you got to get up, you got to, and I never really did that, right? So I was like, all right, just got to push off his legs and flip my thing up. And I remember I almost didn't get up, but you just muscled me up, boom, and boom, and I was like, in my head, I'm going, yes, I did it, bam,
Yeah, it was good going up. The landings were a little rough sometimes, but.
I'll take that all day. And the choke slam. Oh man.
What do you always say? The easier you go up,
the easier you come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always told people that.